We are going to make a system that can make any boat autonomous. And now you might wonder, why would we want to do that? Well, there are a lot of boats everywhere in the world used for a lot of different purposes. And wouldn't it be great if they could all be self-driving, autonomous? Wouldn't it also be great if this is an open source thing that everyone can download and use, very affordable, and put in their boats and make them drive by themselves? So we are here in Sweden with our boats, our team and our building. Anna, did you get the building? Great. So please join us.
Yes. So here's our first prototype, our box. And inside it we can see that we have a GPS, an IMU and a camera.
Great. And this is what we want to improve in our Kickstarter campaign.
Yes.
Yes, so here we have our first prototype to actually steer the boat. So if I just turn on the power, we can see that we can autonomously steer it. And of course we want to really improve the system, make it very modular and better with this Kickstarter money.
And to fit with any boat, basically.
Exactly.
So let me explain how this works. We have a bunch of sensors, camera, GPS, IMU. We feed these sensors into the automate, and the automate will perceive the world. We use the GPS and the IMU for positioning. And in a phone we have made an interface where we can select a path from A to B. From the closest path and a distance forward, the boat will then calculate an angle, and this angle is then sent to the actuation. Next, we will demonstrate this by feeding the system with some recorded data, and then we will use the interface to input a path that the boat will try to follow. In other words, we are now fooling the boat that it's out driving. We will also provide a demo as part of this campaign. So we have this very nice boat that we will actually then deploy in a lake nearby. And it's not just any lake. On the idyllic Swedish countryside, we have the lake Sävelången, located just 20 minutes away from the large city of Gothenburg. Our boat will depart from the small town of Floda fully autonomously towards new adventures. Our first stop is at Näs Castle, a very old and historic place holding many interesting secrets. After a nice stop at the castle, the boat will then continue towards Näs Fabriken, a location with many restaurants, cafes and a very nice hotel. We will keep the boat in the lake as a tourist attraction and as a way for us to develop the system further. So please, come here, experience the ride and help us bring the automate to the next level. For our top backers, we will invite them to also join us for this very nice event as a VIP guest. Please join us inside. And now you might wonder, can we really pull this off? Well, we have worked with autonomous systems since 2015 within academia. But now we have started our own company and want to do this a bit more fun. In this image you can see two of us posing for a feature on Discovery Channel. And here you can see us once more showing our bionic car for the Swedish king. But of course we have also worked a lot with boats. And this is what our company is all about. So you now know that we have the right track record. But then, what other quality do we need to run a company? Well, persistence is one of the main qualities to pull this off. I would like to demonstrate our persistence by showing how it went down when we did our first data collection when preparing the prototype for the automate. To get to the lake proved to be a real challenge. In our first attempt we managed to get the boat airborne, which was quite a surprise. We got quite famous in the neighborhood for blocking the traffic for a very long time. In our second attempt we found out that the boat was actually leaking. We had holes everywhere, water poured in, and when we were quickly going to pull it up we noticed that the car was too weak and everything was almost going into the water. We managed to get some help from another car and we pulled everything up in the last minute. Third time a charm, right? So we went there once more. We had high hopes, we actually got the boat in the water with a strong car and we were quite excited. We started the engine and we noticed that the lid to the seawater filter broke and we had water pouring in all over the engine once more. But that was not the main problem. We realized that everyone was on the boat and no one was holding it from land. And we had no engine. And that was actually the first time we officially got shipwrecked. So what do? We start shouting and we got a passerby to actually throw us a rope in the end and we managed to escape with our honor intact and for new adventures to come. It was then we decided that perhaps we go with a slightly smaller boat to start with.
Ja, det är första gången nu då.
Ja.
Hur känns det, Simon?
Ja, det är helt otroligt. Efter många båtar, fler försök, är vi äntligen ute på sjön.
Ja, och vi har
lite data.
Och vi har ingenting framför linsen nu då, så det funkar.
Kanske har lite blått i...
Ja, okej. Ja, det är okej.
Det är inte helt blått i alla fall.
Nej, det är bra.
Det är inte helt blått.
Amazing.
Great! So we are now here in the conference room in our nice facilities here in Sweden. And in this Kickstarter campaign we have asked for 80,000 as our goal, and I think that would be enough for us to perhaps make the bare minimum for a real product that will be open source, available online for everyone to download and build and put in their own boat. But of course we can do even greater things, as my colleague will now explain.
So here we have a graph where we've done a very scientific study on what we will project, the amount of money put into two different businesses. One we have a startup and one is a big corporation. So here you see there's a point where these two actually diverge, and you see the startup will go to the moon.
Yes, and we are a startup, right?
Yes.
Yes, we have started 1.5 months ago, and now it's time to do greatness. So please join us on this journey. The more money we get, the more features we will add to our system, the better we will make it, and the more boats we will demonstrate it with, and we will make you really proud that you supported this project.